shows 50 other continents outside of Antarctica. What if, now, again, anything beyond this pink line, which is the 60th degrees south, is off limits. No one's allowed to explore beyond this line, which is thousands of miles from Antarctica, or at least 1,000 miles. And no one's allowed to independently explore there. You could spend $10, $30, $40, $50,000 to go down there for 3 days. They'll bring you to this peninsula. They'll show you some penguins. They'll show you some icebergs. They'll bring you out here. They'll say, here's the ceremonial South Pole, ceremonial. You can't figure out where you are because compasses don't work and GPS doesn't work. So where are they taking you? And then that's it. This is all off limits. Just speculating. What if this is how Antarctica was. And out here was another sun and a moon. And there was extra territory out here, Dave. Extra territory. If I lived out here and came in to visit from the extra terra, what would you call me?
An extraterrestrial, yeah.
And if you live here in the inner space, where did I come from?
Interdimensional.
Outer space.
Extraterrestrials come from the outer space across the Earth plane, right? It's right here in front of us. They always tell us in their words, and how about this? So I'm jumping ahead.
Because I want to get into details, and I want to make sure that we're really thorough about this whole thing, not just for everybody that's watching's eyes, for my own as well.
Let's talk about one of my favorites, which is pretty hard hitting, is airplane routes. So here's a major city, Buenos Aires, and here's another major city, Perth in Australia.
Right.
And the shortest path would be straight across Antarctica, but we can't disturb the penguins by flying an airplane over Antarctica. So let's say they have to go around. They go around. That's okay. Or maybe this way, around. Right?
Well, they go around because they basically turned Antarctica into a no-fly zone because of the military installations down there. And there's a whole bunch of secret crap going on, all kinds of expeditions and archaeology and all kinds of stuff like that. They don't want people flying over there.
Cool stuff.
I understand that. It's not a matter of them, they don't fly over there out of choice. It's not like they can't.
Well, so that's why I'm saying,
isn't that funny?
Even with that story, you could fly around, right?
Yeah.
Why would they take? So this is the route. There's two routes that they take from those two cities. Okay. Whoops. Wrong. Where'd it go?
Yeah. I'm really curious to find out how you're going to solve this. If we're looking at the map that you showed a little while ago, okay, if you can go back to that disk map.
It is again.
Yeah. Okay. So if, according to the flat earth theory, you would have to fly from, no, not that one. That's showing a globe. Okay.
No. You're seeing a globe. This is the same flat earth map.
Okay. I was looking at the YouTube. I'm sorry. The Facebook.
No.
Okay. Now there you go. Now I'm seeing Perth. Okay.
Miami.
Yeah. I'm looking
Houston.
at that. So the point is that the flight path, according to, if this earth is flat, you would have to fly north out of Buenos Aires, and you'd have to go up, across the Atlantic Ocean, right? Excuse me. No, wait a second. Are you flying look at your own map? Are you pointing to your own map? You're either pointing to the flight to Sydney or to Perth. Now the red line is Sydney.
Hang on. Dave, let me show you what I'm showing you, and then you comment.
Okay.
So from Perth, there's two routes that they take. One, they either go to Miami or Houston. Then they stop again in California. Then they stop again in Sydney. And then they cut across to Perth. It takes like 26 hours. Another way they go, they fly to Europe, they fly to Singapore, and then they fly to Perth. Nobody ever goes south and pops up over in Perth. No one's ever done it.
That's not true.
Nope.
That is absolutely not true. Let's stop. My turn.
Let him have his
turn.
moment.
Sit down, Jason, one moment, please. I lived in Argentina for 6.5 years. I had several friends who were Aussies. They all flew in from, I had people fly in from Perth and from Sydney. And both of those flight patterns took them right around Antarctica, not over it, but right around it. and you can look up these flight paths. You can track these planes. We could get Monkey Works on the line here and say, hey, let's track a flight from Buenos Aires to Perth or from Buenos Aires to Sydney. And he would show you that those flights are going south. They're not going to go north.
Hey, do us one better, Dave. Why don't you go on and buy a ticket from Perth to Buenos Aires? Please. Go on. Go on there and buy one and see where your stops are. That's all you got to do.
Jason, let's just hold on. I had the same beliefs Dave had until we looked. We actually, nope, we lost Dave.